again trying to deceive. On February 7th, when he said the initial Globe and Mail story was false, he wasn't telling the truth. And now we know that when he said that the former Attorney General never raised her valid concerns with him, he was misleading Canadians. Just yesterday, he accidentally admitted that on September 17th, the former Attorney General told him very directly to back off. The Prime Minister cannot seem to keep his story straight. Is that because it's just not true?
Yeah.
The Honourable Government House Leader.
We've been clear from the beginning that Canadians deserve to know, and that's exactly why the Prime Minister provided an unprecedented waiver. He waived solicitor-client privilege as well as cabinet confidence. Mr. Speaker, the reason why the facts are all now on the table and why the public is able to see for themselves is because the Prime Minister took that step. And that committee was confirmed through testimony that the rule of law is intact in Canada and that the rule of law was followed. But the Prime Minister recognizes that we can always strengthen our institutions, and that's why he's taken additional measures. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Opposition House Leader.
Well, on February 15th, the Prime Minister said that if anyone thought he was doing anything wrong, then it was their responsibility to come forward. But he said no one did. Well, yesterday he admitted that that just wasn't true. The former AG warned him several times, including on September 17th, not to politically interfere in the SNC prosecution. But he refused to listen, he fired her, and he continues to spread falsehoods. Why won't the Prime Minister simply tell the truth about his interference in a criminal prosecution?
Honourable Government House Leader.
What is clear is that there is an ongoing court case on this matter. We know that the Conflict of Interest and Ethics Commissioner is currently investigating this matter, and we know that the Justice Committee spent over 5 weeks on this matter. And we believe that Canadians deserve to know, and that's exactly why the Prime Minister waived solicitor-client privilege as well as cabinet confidence. And it's important to note, Mr. Speaker, that this is an unprecedented waiver because it's never been done in the history of our country, because the Prime Minister recognizes that Canadians deserve to get to know. And that's exactly why all facts are now public. They are on the table. Thank you.
The Honourable Opposition House Leader. Order.
So let's review the facts. The Prime Minister tried to politically interfere in a criminal prosecution. His Attorney General says no, so he fires her. The truth comes out. He denies everything. He then shuts down the investigation and refuses the full waiver. A tape proves that the former AG has been telling the truth. He's furious, so he kicks the two women out of his caucus and runs a smear campaign against both of them. It's time to end the cover-up, Mr. Speaker. When will the Prime Minister tell the truth?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I appreciate the opportunity to talk about the facts. Justice Committee members, which have members from all recognized parties in this House that sit on the Justice Committee, they came together, they set parameters when it comes to these allegations to ensure that Canadians could hear about those allegations directly from witnesses. The Prime Minister waived solicitor-client privilege as well as cabinet confidence. So even though every step of the way the Conservatives, the opposition, frankly, believed that these meetings wouldn't take place, witnesses wouldn't appear, that cabinet confidence wouldn't be waived, actually, committee met, witnesses appear, and confidence was waived so that Canadians themselves could see and hear. Thank you.